Tampa Bay Rowdies dueled it out with the Edmonton Eddies in a 1-1 draw on May 4th at Al Lang Stadium. Here are the post-game comments.
I think we take a lot of pride in getting our wins at home. As far as I've heard, I know obviously I'm new here, but they definitely took pride in their home wins last year and the years previous. So it's definitely one of our goals to get the win no matter what. But at home, we always want to get the victory for our fans and for the Rowdies. So we came out the tie. We still got a point. Not exactly what we're looking for, but I don't think we performed very poorly. I think we just gotta be a little bit more sharp in the final third and a little bit better chances and looks at goal, and just didn't fall our way tonight. I was on the ground, so I looked up and hit the post. My first reaction was to go cover the goal, so it was kind of chaotic in there. Balls are bouncing deflections, and your first instinct is just clear it out away from danger and reorganize the back and get situated. So, we luckily didn't come in the goal, and we didn't give up a goal and get a loss. So, that's a positive. We got it out of there. So, the goal we gave up was a bit unfortunate. Went over D-Scott, he went to attack it, and I covered him, and I headed it and took a deflection, landed right to the forward's feet, and went under Diego's legs. It's just one of those things that, it's not part of the game. It happens. Again, I don't think we played poorly, so, obviously we're still looking to get the win at Al Lang and our first home win, so.
We had a pretty good sequence, prior to that effort on goal. I think Jordan played it across, and it just kind of, I think everyone's kind of overrun the ball. Yeah. And I've just stepped back and found myself open. I've just kind of snatched at it, being only about 6 yards out. But the right backs did a good job there. That's just thrown his body in the way, and it's just went to the side of the goal. So, looking back at it, there's always, me walking off and thinking, I should have done this and should have done that. Well, generally what happens is, being at home, you can generally tend to get caught in the heat of the moment and trying to rush things too much. And I think to a point that's what we did towards the end of the game a bit. So trying to keep our composure, because I do think that we're a very good footballing side, and as I say, when you're kind of trying to get the 3 points, you can end up overplaying and over rushing things and overcomplicating things. And I think to a sense, a little bit, especially in the final third, we just that quality just wasn't there, just to kind of be clinical and technical enough just to finish the game off.
Once again, I thought, first half in particular, we were really good. I enjoyed the football we played. I enjoyed the manner of how we went about our work, how defensively we looked quite organised and steady and solid to anything that they threw at us. But then on the flip side, we didn't execute as well in the final third, even though we had a lot of quality build-up play, but then it kind of petered out with someone making a bad decision, giving the ball away carelessly, little things that will hurt you when you're on top in the game, and you don't come away with shots or corners or clear openings for your strikers. Because once Edmonton had got the equaliser, which is one of those things that's got across into our box, which we haven't dealt with very well, and we haven't recognised there's a man over at the back post, and it was well taken by, I think it was Seiko who scored, but that kind of knocked us back slightly because we were really dominant up to that point. But then, we're capable of readdressing it and creating more chances. And I felt in the second period, for whatever reason, we didn't manage to get a foothold in the game as well as we had done in the first period. Right from the kickoff in the second half, our back four were looking a little bit more vulnerable than when they were in the first half. And Edmonton caused us problems with flick-ons and balls down the side, and we seemed to be doing a lot of tracking and running back, scrambling in the second period, whereas the first half that wasn't so evident. So that's something for us as a mental scenario, that we need to set our stall out a little bit better, our foundation as a back four, our distances, and just play the same way that we did for 45 minutes. There's no reason why we can't take that same effort into the second half. I always... Normally the first thing you see is the right thing, and that's what we work by, and we just keep asking them to share the ball, move the ball in the final third, don't dwell on it, don't look for something. It will eventually open up if you keep moving and the ball keeps moving. Something will develop from you. And I felt we'd done that well up to a point, and then we kind of come to a standstill, and we needed something else. We needed someone to beat someone around the box, to take them out of the game, to then create an overload and someone has to move. So we played in front of them at times, and as Carl probably right, we were a little bit too cautious in that final third. And at times you need to take risks. And Carl came on and gave us a great boost, and it was a different type of outlet for us, and we were able to have the ball further up the pitch quicker and start to make passes further up the pitch, which was great. I'm just disappointed that the last couple of opportunities we couldn't finish them off. Carl had one, Luke had one, and Keith's one that the referee blew for the advantage, didn't play the advantage. But hey, I was happy with the overall level of performance. Disappointed not to have taken the 3 points, and we now have to do it the hard way by going on the road and trying to come back with a victory if we can. And whatever happens, we're not try to maintain this unbeaten run and keep it going for as long as we can.
After the 1-1 draw, the Tampa Bay Rowdies are now on a bye week before they travel up north to face Minnesota United. For RowdySoccer.com, I'm Patty McDonald.